Hello again. So we're going over the upper body series leading up into the abdominals, and after releasing the neck in the first video and getting the shoulder gliding and slackening in the shoulder blade area in the last video, today I'm going to go over the aTree, and I'm going to add some more variations which are stretching out around the wrist. And now the reason for this is that of course, the shoulder placement itself is so important, but a lot of people actually get a lot of tension in the wrist because we're working on computers quite a lot. So that creates a lot of tension up, especially across the front of the wrist and into the elbows. And I'm seeing a lot these days people with arms that are literally like this and they're stuck like that because you're on a computer all day. So it's really important to actually stretch the fascia over the wrists, and actually by doing that we open up in the shoulders. So I'm going to show you a few variations. I'm going to be lying down on this thing, and this is a parasetter. Most people won't have one of these. They're quite specialist and they're reasonably expensive. They're about £100 each. I'll put the link at the bottom of this video, but you don't have to obviously get a parasetter to be able to do this. You can just do this lying on your back, and I also have another variation that I do using a rolled up mat, but I'm just going to show you this one for today. And I'm just going to place that. You can also use a foam roller, but it's less stable, so this is just a little bit easier in that sense. And I'm going to show it to you from the head end again, so that you can really see what I'm after with the shoulders. So apologies for my back, everybody. So you lie down onto your back, and you're just going to make sure that your feet are in a parallel position and that the knees are in line with your hip joints. And then we'll just take a few breaths here. And then on the next out breath, you're going to float your hands up to the ceiling. Now, I always like to do a few preparation movements, just so that you have something to test what we're doing against. So you can try opening out to the side and just notice how that feels in the front of the shoulder and in the back of the shoulders. Notice how it feels in the forearm as well. I always get a little bit of a stretch there in the forearm as I open my arm. So that's the basic movement. Now I'm going to stay here. I'm just going to do a few shoulder shrugs. So I'm going to drop the shoulder blades down into the roll. And I'm going to lift the shoulders up as I inhale. And I'm going to exhale and melt the shoulder blades down into the roll. And then I'm going to inhale and lift them up. And do that a few times, just dropping the shoulder blades right down. Again, this is going back to the movement we did last week. It's just getting a little bit of slack into that area between the shoulder blades, just to get it to release. And then just drop the shoulders a few times. I think it's quite nice to get a bit of a thump across the back of the shoulders. And then I'm just going to spread the shoulder blades out. Now I'm going to turn the fingers to point to the sides of the room, and I'm going to open the arms and keep that flexion in the wrist as I take the hands out to the side. And then I'm going to exhale, keep that fold in the wrist as I come back up. And then I'm going to turn the fingers to point all the way in. Now be careful, people cheat and do this with the knuckles instead. Get the flexion in the wrist instead of the knuckle. And you open the arm out to the side. And then exhale, bring the arms back up. And then I'm going to turn the hands out, reach into the heel of the hand, opening, and then turning, opening, and now I'm just going to try and reach through the outer edge. So I'm going to turn my palms of my hands to face towards me, and I'm going to turn my thumbs to point down. So I'm doing a little bit of a rotation there at the wrist. It's like my wrist is doing a side bend. And then I'm going to come back up. And then I'm going to go the other way, so turn the palms away, and then take my thumbs up to the ceiling and reaching that way. Now the nice thing for me is because I'm on this bed, my arms can go a little bit beyond neutral. It's a bit harder if you're on the floor. So I turn around and reach my little fingers up, and then back, and then I turn around and reach my thumbs up, and back. Okay, and now I'm just going to bring myself into this position again where my palms are facing in towards my face. I'm going to open up, and then I'm going to reach through the fingers, flex in the other direction, and come back up. So I'm going to turn and open with the palms in towards each other. And then this is quite tricky because I'm going to reach through the fingers, turn the fingers to point down, and then I'm going to reach back up. And then I'm just going to circle the wrists around and just give them a little bit of a shake out. And then just come back to the neutral position and just try again to open the arms out to the side as you did the first time. And just notice how that feels now on the shoulders. So I don't know if you can see it, but actually that feels a lot wider for me across my front of my shoulders. And that's that. Okay.